Okay, so I'm finally making my video on what books to start with. Okay, so first of all, just to top it all off, I do traditional witchcraft. And so the very first book that I started with, if you can see right here, it says October of '86. This extremely interesting witches book is Reader's Digest North American Wildlife. Why? The first thing about doing traditional witchcraft is to know everything around you in the natural world in your area. So this one covers the birds, amphibians, reptiles, fish, mollusks, all the trees, all the wildflowers, seaweeds, ferns, mushrooms, molds. And I read it from front to back several times. And I was outside all the time identifying what was around me. That was first. The second thing that I read is the Encyclopedia of Fruits, Vegetables, and Herbs. These are all different proven remedies from everything from laxatives, spider bites, every kind of herb that you can think of, what it does, what the remedies are. I started this in '86 when I was 10, and I started this around 11 or 12. The next thing I did was, I bought this when it came out. Let's see. The Complete Encyclopedia of Natural Healing. Then, the next thing I did was, this is the 1908 version. You can't see the writing well, but it's ginseng and other medicinal plants. You can find that on eBay. Next one I did was American Medicinal Barks, and I also had, I don't have it anymore, this is 1909, I also had Native American Herbs. It's an old pamphlet like this written from back then. The next thing I did was Einstein's Theory of Relativity and Design of the Universe by Kahn. Only then did I start with actual spellcraft books, because you have to know how the world, the natural world, works around you if you want to be the most powerful witch that you can be. A lot of Wiccans jump straight into the crystals and stuff before they don't do any of this, because it's a different type of practice. It wasn't until I read all of these, and I have a whole shelf in there of books that have to do with the natural world. And I have another one I don't have anymore that I did then was had to do with rocks North America, the different rocks that are found here. That included the natural crystal formations. And then after that is when, after I did these type books, that's when I started getting the magical properties of plants, the magical properties of animals, the magical properties of rocks, the magical properties of crystals afterwards. Because in traditional witchcraft, especially if you want to be all-encompassing like I wanted to be, all it is you're learning the old ways that happened before. Hey, kitty. You want to come say hey? That happened before Christianity and Islam and Judaism came into the world. Do you want some Albert Einstein? Yeah. Are you a smart kitty? And so it's not as magical as you think it is. You got to put in a lot of effort about the natural world before you start with the magical stuff. And most of the magical properties of plants and rocks and animals directly correlate to their medicinal property. So for instance, I think it's stinging nettle is a fantastic expectorant. So if you're stuffed up or you got a bad cold, you take stinging nettle and you'll cough all the crap out. And it's magical. One of its magical properties is also clarification, or cleansing out the area. So that's why I never made a video, because it's not a bunch of magical crystal books. It's not a fun book of spells. It was, and I still get books today. I mean, I didn't stop reading or finding out, but it's just this type of, it's this for like the first 10 years. I think I did a couple of really simple spells at the age of 16. I did one or two. And the rest was books. So there's your answer.